Hi everybody, TWEE Meredith here with the Model Homesteader. Hello baby. Mwah. I hope you guys are having a great week. Today, Baxter and I are heading up to northeast of Knoxville in a place called Tazewell, Tennessee. We're gonna go check out 20 acres, hi love, mwah, with a creek. So it sounds really nice. Let's get going. Well everyone, we made it to Tazewell. We're just outside of Tazewell actually, just by a few minutes. And Baxter and I have made it to this property. It is 20 acres like I said before. The asking price for this property is $94,800, so $94,800. And it looks on the map like there is a stream or a river of some sort that may be outlining the property, so we're gonna go check that out too and see what that river looks like. One of the things I want to point out that was really cool on our way in was the water. There is a lot of water around here, so just a couple minutes outside of this access road there is definitely a river of some sort. I think it might connect somewhere along the way to Lake Norris, which we did pass on our way up, but I'm not sure exactly what it does connect to. So we're gonna hang a left, my left, and head on this way towards the property and see what we find. Ready, Baxter? Okay, so one of the things we were told was that they are making some clearing for this property too, that they are actually doing some cleanup and clearing some of the trees, some of the junk, whatever that is on there. So you're going to see that on this video. We just passed one pile of cleanup, and then there's going to be a lot more cleanup coming up. So I don't know if that cleanup is going to be gone, if that is part of the agreement for the offer and the contract, if they're going to have this gone or if they're just cleaning it up and putting it in piles. But just so that you know, you're going to see some of this, and it is definitely done intentionally because they want to make sure that they get this more ready for the buyer. Oh, I agree. I know that this isn't very pleasant looking with all the stuff torn down and the piles of tires and stuff, but they're obviously working to make this property be usable and cleaning it up. And as a buyer, you'd really appreciate that, because you know you often, when you buy a piece of land, this stuff is buried in the trees, in the bushes, and you don't know it until you've bought the property. So the fact that they are taking the time to find this and haul it up and get it, you know, cleaned up much better, I think is a really good thing.
Yeah, yep, yep.
So it looks like we've got a bit of a hill. It doesn't look too bad. And then we have a river that goes around the border of this property. And this stuff down here could definitely be flattened out or flattened out more nicely. There's lots of great spots over here for a home. Even on this hill right here, if you wanted to overlook your property, then a nice spot right up there would be great too. And the hill is not so steep that you can't build a nice easy gravel road or paved road right up to it. Mm-hmm. Yes. So what we're looking at right here is most likely a natural stream. It's coming right out of the earth right there to the right of Peter. And it is making its way down this dirt road that we just came up from. We were told that there is a natural spring on this property. I don't know if this is the one that they were referencing. I would think so, because this one is very obvious, but that's definitely something you'd want to double check. You do have on this property, according to the paperwork, that you do have water rights to the spring. And that does not mean that you have water rights to this river or creek, whatever it is, back along the side of the property, but it does state that you have water rights to the natural spring that is on the property. So that's really important for you to know and differentiate, because you can't come in and just start taking the water from the creek over there and saying, well, this is my creek. So this may be your natural spring that we were told about. Okay, spring house, yes. So a lot of people will get their dog out of the mud first, and then they will build like a cement house around where the water is coming out from the ground, which I think was where we showed you before, and then get a hose, and then they run the water wherever they want to. So they can use it for their own good for lots of different things. I also want to point out over here near the creek is another wet spot where water has collected. I don't know if that may also be a spring, because it looks like it's coming from the left over there. Yep. And if it is, and it's still on this property, which I'm pretty sure it is, that is another water source. So we are heading up a dirt road on this property that looks like they created maybe for the purpose for the next owners, so that you have an actual road up to the top of the hill. But we're gonna go find out.
Yep.
Come on, sweetheart. Let's take a look and see what this view looks like over here. Oh wow, they've been doing some burning too with the cleanup.
Yep. Well, it does make it all easier.
It does make it a lot easier to clear this out. I think this is a wonderful spot right here for to build a home. If you cleared this out more back this way, I think that would be absolutely wonderful to do your home site up here, because the view, of course, it's not the best at this moment, but if you look past all of the trees and stuff that are all torn down and burnt, this is a gorgeous spot. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the property and what it comes with. It does offer electricity. However, the electricity is way down at the road, which is a distance from where we are. So depending on your budget and what you want to do, you may want to bring the electricity up here, because the view up here is spectacular and there are several great spots to build the house. But if you are on a tight budget and that is just not feasible, then you're going to want to consider building the house closer to the road, and that way you don't have to bring it up so much. Now, as for water and sewer, it does not have that on here. So you would definitely need to get a septic tank as well as a well. And on top of that, none of the tests have been done. So you don't have a perk test and you don't have a soil test. So that is something you definitely want to do and make sure everything passes and is to your liking before you purchase the property. Now, when we just did a little bit ways down, I want to show you how mild or gentle this slope is. So I was just filming just a little bit ago and showed you guys that beautiful view of where a couple spots were to build the house. This is a very, very gentle slope as we walk up. So I had said one of the spots would be to clear this area right here more, and so that you could build your home on this spot. And I still think this is a great place because the views are just amazing. Even though this property is on a hill, because it is a gentle slope, it has still a lot of potential for farming. You not only have a lot of great home sites to build on, but it'd be very easy to do a garden and some livestock on this property. Oh yeah, there's a lot. I would say we found our third potential spot for building up here would be right here, because there isn't a drop, at least for quite a ways over there. So this whole area would be really nice to level out a little bit more and build a house. Yep. I said Baxter's doing a great job keeping up with the camera dude, which is AKA Peter Meredith, AKA author, AKA husband. And TWEE is only doing so-so keeping up. If only he was 20 pounds more, he'd drag me up this hill.
Yeah. And it's not even a bad hill.
I know, I'm a wimp. Okay. Okay.
We should consider stopping.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to point out that I've noticed on this property as well is the amount of lots of wild berry bushes. I'm not sure, I'm gonna guess they're blackberry bushes, but I would think Tennessee has more than just blackberries. And since they haven't bared fruit yet, I don't know what they are, but there are quite a lot, which is good and bad. Good because it's a great source of food, and you can do all sorts of wonderful things with the fruit. The bad is they can grow like wild flowers and get completely out of hand. So it's really important that wherever you decide on your homestead that you want your house or your garden or whatever, that you really do keep control of those plants, because they will just take over everything. All right, well, this is really pretty.
Yeah.
Well, I think we saw a big chunk of this property today, and I think it has a lot of really nice potential for a homesteader, for sure. Oh, I gotta say all that all over again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we can just dub in the words. Just move your mouth. Open your eyes.
Anyway, so I think we'll end the video here with a few words. First of all, if you enjoyed our video today,
Keep her.
if you enjoyed this video today, please do us a favor and like down below the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you would please, and comment. All of that really helps us out a great deal in order to make this a successful YouTube channel. Next to the subscribe is a little bell, and if you ring that bell, you will be notified of any future videos that we have. Speaking of videos, I want to also make sure you realize that we don't just do the Homestead channel on this channel. We actually have an entire playlist that is being created of this wonderful, adorable little star, Baxter, and he is guaranteed to make you smile every time. So check those videos out as well, please. We are going to sign off now, and we will see you on the next video.
I like that. But hair flip, we did.
Hair flip. Ooh. How's that? I'm a little dizzy.
It made you look a little dizzy. All right, last thing we have to go see if our bunny is still alive.
Yes, let's go check out and see how our bunny is doing. So on our way here, we almost ran over a baby bunny, and we'll show it to you. He's about this big. He was in the middle of the road all by himself, and we drove right over him. Thankfully he didn't move, but we picked him up because there was absolutely no family in sight, and he's really, really small. So we were worried that there was a situation and he was abandoned for some reason. All right, we're gonna check on little baby bunny. See how he's doing. There he is. Hello, sweetheart, or she. We don't know if it's a little boy or a little girl. Good little sweetheart. We almost ran him over. What were you doing out on the road all by yourself?
How did all the other cars miss you?
How did all the other cars miss you? And where did your mommy and your siblings go? Those were the real questions. So this is Baxter's little to-go bag. We got when he was just a little one. I don't even think he fits in it anymore. But this was in our trunk. So we put him in here and gave him a little bit of water and some grass. And then we put him in some shade while we were doing the video. Signing off. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yeehaw! Okay, that was it. That's all you get.
TWEE Meredith.
She'll be coming around the mountain. Yeehaw! I am proud to announce that today's video is sponsored by the very talented zombie author Peter Meredith, who is also my husband and our wonderful video camera guy for the YouTube channel. Today's book is Generation Z. It's book 1 of 6. This book, or this series, was written as a standalone, so it is a great story to read 1 through 6. However, it is a spin-off or a continuation of another series that he has written called The Apocalypse, The Undead World, which is a 12-book series. If you haven't read that series, I'm going to always recommend that you read that one first. Even though that this one is a standalone, and it is a great standalone, if you've read the other series, it really does bring the characters and the story together in a much better way, and it's just makes things a lot more clear to understand the characters in this book. Generation Z is set 12 years after the apocalypse undead world. The undead has swept all over the earth, forcing mankind to the brink of extinction. They live like rats, scavenging in the ruins of the fallen civilization, and the dead hunt them day and night. It's a generation that has never had a full belly. They have no idea what an Xbox is or what algebra is for. It's a generation of children who have never been able to laugh out loud and who have always had to cry softly because the dead are always near and they're always listening. There is little left to scavenge. Grocery stores were emptied ages ago. Gas tanks have been long dry. And bullets, they are so precious that a man is lucky to have 2 to his name. Multi-genre author Peter Meredith has 41 novels, all which are on paperback, Kindle, and 36 of them are on Audible books. Please check out the links here and also below in the description on where to buy his books and also how to follow him. Happy reading!